Hey everyone, it's Sam from Sam's Recording Academy, and again I want to do another Monday mix breakdown where we take a look at a song and kind of like try to break it down a little bit and see what's going on with the mix and how it's kind of constructed and put together. So this week I chose a song that's been around for a little while but just recently seems like it's trending a little bit more. I kind of saw it on some of the charts, and it's by a group called Surfaces, and the song is called Sunday Best. And so I'll take a break right here, go listen to that song if you haven't heard it already, or maybe put on some good headphones. I tend to pull songs up on my big speakers up here and really like close my eyes and try to soak it in and listen to what's going on to help us kind of understand how we might apply some of these things to our mixes. Okay, so if you went and listened to the song, the first thing you heard is something that I hear a lot that's not kind of going away. It's very popular in the opening of a song. This song sounds like there's one main piano line that probably they played through and kind of locked the MIDI notes on it. And then I hear that piano loop kind of throughout this whole song. Now the song starts off with the piano loop and a voice and a little bit of a beat. But all filtered. So if you've never played with like Soundtoys has some great filters. There's some Waves is another company that makes plugins. They have some plugins that might go in through and filter something out, and some of those can be moving filters too. So you can have a filter that's basically like a sweep coming down, and it's slowly either coming from low and letting more of the top end like come in a filtered way. They go up, they go down, they do quick back and forth, many things you can do, but very popular mix trick now is to use this filter, slowly moving filter on, let's say like a piano, or sometimes even on the whole track like at the beginning of this. And then also I just want to point out, when it comes to the verse, same piano loop, they bring the filter back. So they kind of do a chorus and hook with kind of everything in. I hear some guitar in there that's very tight and cleanly placed in there. This song is interesting because I think that, and I hear this a lot, it's this weird blend of like a kind of alternative music with a little bit of like hip hop and R&B, or maybe even trap music, kind of all blended together. So while the song has a singer on it, I definitely hear that they're using like a hip hop type kick. There's some of the repetition of the drums that are kind of firing off in a way that kind of makes me think of trap type music. When they go to mix this, now it's very interesting because you can mix this in a hip hop kind of way, but you can also, a little bit mix it like an alternative song with the whole band aspect in there. Something that I wanted to point out as I was listening to this on my monitors, I like to listen to the vocal. I like to try to close my eyes and really pick out the vocal. Something I noticed, and again, this might be something that's just swinging and trending, but not a lot of reverb on there. Very dry vocal. If anything, there's like a tiny bit of room reverb, or it could have been the reverb just from when he was recording on his mic. So there's a single vocal on some of this, like on the verses, and then there's like a double and a little bit of harmony, like multiple voices. But again, I don't really hear them going in and out of, pushing a lot of reverb or anything that even sounds close to like a bigger reverb or a hall reverb. So sometimes with alternative music, you can get away with things very dry and very close sounding, very compressed and brought up right here. Like a lot of pop music, speaking of compression, I hear a good amount of compression on that piano. Might even be two different compressors kind of pumping. The whole track's got like a very covered, very compressed feel. Sometimes that sucks out a little bit of the dynamics, but it doesn't matter if you create dynamics by the arrangement. So even though that this master or on the mix bus, there might be a heavy compressor really giving this like a glued together pop kind of feel on the overall mix, I would say many times they can create dynamics to the song then with arrangement, like again the verses taking kind of out everything except for very filtered off kind of piano in the background and letting the vocal be front and center right on the top. Okay, so there's some production things and things I'm still hearing on here that kind of are catching my attention, and I like to see how those things are mixed. I hear a little hey and some woes and some different things kind of in the background that almost become like part of the track. But they're very strategically filling in spaces with those, and they're very much glued into the mix. And again, you don't hear a lot of things on this song that have lots of delay or reverb. They're staying away from those type of effects. I would say Commonly what I'm hearing on here are more like filters, and I think it's just mixed very well. The beats all sitting nice together, and they're using compression. It's probably like most of the beat is bus to a track, an auxiliary track, and that's being all nice and compressed. So it's kind of just mixed like a pop tune, but there's some like trap sounds in there, and with the singing and everything and the background vocals, you're kind of implementing some things you would do like if you're mixing like a band or an artist type song as well too. So all right, hope you got something out of that. Listen closely to these mixes, because I think it helps to tune your ears to see what's trending and what's working, and to be able to apply that to your own mixes.